Est-ce que ça va ici? Est-ce que...
Welcome to the Gambia.
As
Church. Welcome to the Gambia, a nation on the rise, investing in the future through education, research, science, and technology. This time, we explore the transformative journey led by the Ministry of Higher Education,
Est-ce que vous êtes prêts à vous marier, vous? Où sont les célibataires ici? Les mains, les célibataires.
Insilo konda no sifa men kendele ama uke hada madin kar muni asabu mbatata masila kendo so nata silo so oto mala tentu balati afele sa kuranga lota silo be diari bo ko nelbe fanuri dulabe be fanuri adama baro la Mansa ya ntole ma nyom Mansa ya nyo soto
kaben silo diar jang musol fana nako e le soro warta go dubo kilano ko mun foy ko det nana law je go ni na buka mo do so pour que sey passa kilano ko sawara kanana ko fengol san pour ven que baka ne ko mi fana la fa be pare courant fana na jang ay kuje wan la fa ko mo glace de $50 baka mi courant nada glace o $10 $20
aman sila côté lo na man kan ni silo ni musila kuma balet ni silo kabaja kata Guinea Bissau kata Casamance katalla gina bele be tamakani silo la ntelani sato kabrini silo ketate.
Welcome to an in-depth look at the Ministry of Finance.
It has any activity that is going on to these areas. You can see whatever is happening there for transparency purposes. You pay that right tax, and your profit and other monies belongs to you. So in that process, everybody will be happy. The government will be happy. The businessman will be happy. The citizens will be happy.
The journey through the Ministry of Finance. We have visualized the dedication and innovation driving.
Katala karo sibul jang ay lokun sibul jang par sa ni mu wonata me alon ka setol bu
Welcome to the Gambia, a nation on the rise, investing in the future through education, research, science, and technology. This time, we explore the transformative journey led by the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Sciences, and Technology. Let's delve into the ministry's current implementations and futuristic vision.
The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology is implementing a reform agenda. And this reform is focused on expanding access, and equity. And around this, we have projects with the University of the Gambia, basically the completion of the Faraba Banta project. This is the ministry responsible for human capital formation. With human capital formation, you are looking at competent people in the workforce that would increase productivity. So in the absence of competence, you would not be able to talk about productivity.
Advancing technology and fostering international cooperation are pivotal to the ministry's strategy.
At the level of higher education, we are opening our arms to every Gambian or resident in Gambia who is interested in building their capacities. So our primary objective is to build capacities. Development is a collective approach, and that every individual in this country has a stake in this development. With all these giant policy drives that has been going, we would require the partnership of every Gambian or institution in this country to ensure that the ultimate objective of the National Development Plan, which is very, very clear in terms of what it seeks to achieve.
Aligning education with the labor market, implementing TVET policies, and leveraging international partnerships are key to our educational success.
We work with the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority, NACA. They will work with the industry players. First, we develop the occupational standards. So it's of essence that whatever we do, the relevant players in the market are part of the discourse.
The Gambia College is expanding its horizons with new initiatives and facilities to cater to its growing student population.
Now that the Gambia College is being transformed into a university of education, all the teachers should endeavor to upgrade themselves. The facility is for them.
At USET, innovation meets practicality. New degree programs and state-of-the-art equipment are setting the stage for future entrepreneurs.
We have the mandate to train students to be entrepreneurs instead of graduating and go look for a job which may not exist for them. Or the Gambia is probably not big enough to, to have all those industries that they need. So we train in them not to just have a degree, but to have a degree with entrepreneurship skills, so that when they graduate, they have the mindset that they're going to develop businesses.
The University of the Gambia is equipping students with practical skills and opportunities through various initiatives and state-of-the-art facilities.
The university has what we call the Quality First Agenda, which places student experience at its core. To enhance the experiences of our students, we have been able to undertake and implement various initiatives and projects with key partners. Faraba campus, I would refer it to be a game changer for our only first state university, providing the state-of-the-art infrastructure at a time that the university was grappling with limited space. The 4 schools that moved to Faraba campus have had enough space when it comes to classroom space. They have had their own laboratories. They have their own amphitheaters that are wide enough to accommodate students. Also, they have office space for both faculty and administration.
MDI is going to be playing that role, to have hands into those who actually come into the civil service, to be able to train civil servants, all right, and also have hand in those who are going to be promoted in the civil service. So it's going to be completely meritocratic. Basically, this is how MDI can contribute to the reform in the civil service.
Government has put in place policies and programs, all geared towards attaining its predetermined goals and objectives. Each sector has a specific mandate to implement, and all this is geared towards the consolidation, the strengthening, and the enhancement of the developmental aspirations of the country. Now, when programs are put in place for youth development, I will encourage all the youths to take full advantage of these opportunities.
We have a situation in this country, and that is the issue of employability. And as a ministry responsible for skills development, for human capital, we will do our part. We will do everything possible to ensure that these youth, have the right skills to create their own jobs. This might be limited in the beginning, but we have to have faith in the system and ensure that this is done properly. So I call on all the institutions that are implementing this program under the ministry, take this very seriously, because these are our sons and daughters. We leave this office, we go back to our homes, we share the same meals, So that's the Gambia we know.
This is brought to you by the Ministry of Information as part of its public consultation and popularization of the government agenda initiatives.
Gambia, every Gambian at home and in the diaspora. Good evening to those who have joined us today at the Sadauda Karaba Jawara Conference Center in Kerserin. Senior government officials, students from the university, members of the press, and everyone watching us today, welcome once again to today's episode of the Mansa Kunda. The Mansa Kunda is an initiative created by the Ministry of Information to ensure timely, authentic, relevant information to the public, to also ensure proactive information disclosed to the public. We ensure every 2 weeks we bring one sector to come and have an interface with the public. They'll tell you what they do, what programs they are working on, the projects they are working on. You also have a chance to ask them questions, and you can discuss your aspirations as well as your concerns. Today we are having a very important sector here with us, the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Technology. The Minister is Honorable Professor Per Gomez, who is here with us today with his entire team. From the far right, we have Mr. Taru, he is the Director of NACA. Then we have Dr. Abibatu Drame from the University of the Gambia. We have Professor Gomez himself sitting in the middle. We have Mr. Ture, Permanent Secretary, Mohast. And then we have Mr. Abubakar Jallo, Principal, Gambia College. We all know the importance of higher education. It is the backbone for any development. We live in a world where now innovation takes the lead. Innovation drives development. Even policy should be based on evidence. It's called evidence-based policy making. You can't make policy without looking at evidence. You cannot create jobs without focusing and investing in entrepreneurship, skills training, but also innovation is quite critical. And therefore, this sector is a very important sector. It will drive Gambia's growth, both economic growth, social growth, but also political growth. The university trains people for the job market, but the job market is changing as well, globally. If you look at trends, we are heading towards AI, artificial intelligence, drones, big data. How is university transforming to align with these global trends as well? Because we cannot really stay in our corner. We are part of a global world. Therefore, if we train Gambians, young Gambians for the job market, we don't have to focus on the job market of today and in this context. but also the job market happening globally. Because now jobs are competitive globally as well. Young Gambians graduating from UTG will apply for jobs at the global level. How do you prepare them so they can have an edge against those who are applying for the jobs with? So today, Professor Gomez and his team will tell us what they are for the Gambian people. What is the sector doing to transform lives, to educate young people, to build skills, critical skills that we need for job creation? How do they ensure that the things they are doing, the vocational training they are doing, the university training they are doing, translate to job creation? And we know how high youth unemployment in this country. And I think this sector is what can solve that problem. So we are looking forward to very, very, very interesting discussions today. Mbadi ngol mbal tentula mbal jela nañu Mansa Kunda bi jang Sada da Kairaba Jawara Conference Center bi nga jumale sotale jang Professor Per Gomez ministre mi alon ko atebe maraling karango mi alon ko wolon ke balla karangoti karango mi alon ko lo university aning karango mi alon ko itolle ka mol kan meccol la pour funding kel si do ko soto na Mansa Kunda dung nka kele lokum fula ministre kara anala timobe enen gamel ka sink kacha isa Mansa Kunda ni banku de ngol filo kana tare tima isa je isi kachano bi ministre bina ba fala teble mona kuto e kam muneke ibe mona baraka alfana se nyininka monen alla sula fengolti ani monen alla miroti ba his excellency president Adama Barrow ko alafta banku de ngol daytara banku do kuto alla miro si dum banku do kuto an alla baro woto bi nsewta bake ka fale ko prof Gomes la soto jambi momo nyininkaro soto kawo kanto isa nyininkala nate parte ala diamola manika ka lombang fo fulo fo surwa fo jola kawo kam ndiati isa nyininka ngalong ate kangol bele moy mbokay di len dalal fi ci suñ Mansa Kunda tay fi ci Sada da Jawara Kairaba Conference Center wone Mansa Kunda moy programme bi ngal Ministry of Information moko jaglel doomi rewmi ñu mëna waxtaan ak nguur gi réro bañ sé am si lu nguur gi nekk rek ñu xam ko ngeen ñëw wax leen yeen lan moy seen aajo lan moy seen pass-pass ñu wax leen ñom si luñ nekk lan moy seen liggéey ak la mooy sa yéene pour réew mi te na ñu nga minister of higher education ministre mi nga moom moo responsible pour jàngal mag yi jàngale boo xam ne mooy tax ba gune yi ak askan wi am liggéey kon tey secteur bi secteur bu important la ku si am laajte rek ngeen laajte si laaka bi nga xam ne moo leen gënal higher education nag moom moo di jàngal gune yi li nga xam ne mooy métier ak li demee noonu kon tey lu am solo la parce que ndaw yi foog ñu am xëy foog ñu am liggéey moo di yóbbu réew kon tey baax na ñu ñëw fii waxtaan ak ministre bi mu wax ñu ñoom si luñ nekka lan lañ nekka di def ak lan mooy seen iine ngeen wax leen yéen lan mooy seen pas-pas ak lan mooy seen xalaat si moom nu moo doxalee liggéeyam kon tey bëgg nañ kontaan nañ ñu ngi séentu professeur Gomes mu ñëw wax dinañ ko may 20 minutes 15 bi dina ko wax si angale kàllaama angale 5 bi mu tënk ko si olof suñu jógee si loolu dinañ play benn documentary bu ndaw si secteur bi mu mun ñoo jox contexte den dinañ jox ñim àndal ku nekk 3 minutes ñu wax ñoom ñooy ñan seen tur ak ñoom lu ñoo liggéey suba ñu ibi waxtaan bi mba dingol ko nga fo ñameng mba kala ñameng bi mba tamandi la tenne mbe miniti mondi la professeur Gomes la anasi kata asa fale abe mona kuto anala ministry mo be mundo ku sifale aning elfaka mundo ku sifale fananke ne bodaje ani milbe silo kambe momo miniti sabadi la ita fonye tol mu moneti aning ibam ela dinkirali be dameng e kamundo ku sifale keje ne bodaje nsinanga documentary play 5 minutes nga jube ebe muneke sofa fombe temo minta tenting nimbodaje san sina bundale nyinin karo ning kacha si commencer di len wax ne we have chief of staff mi nga te president Adama Barrow moko yoni fi tay te am naa benn di ngeen toog rek ngeen gis moom si boppam mu dugga si mu ñoo toog dinañu surprise waaye tey chief of staff la yónni di leen wax ne moom tam mu ngi fi di ko dalal bu baax a baax ak secretary cabinet ak permanent secretary delivery mënuma xam ñëpp waaye képp koo xam ne yaa ngi fi tey di leen dalal di leen jaajëfal bu baax a baax di leen sant di leen gërëm. Professor Gomez will give you 20 minutes to elaborate on what your ministry is doing, has done, and will do. Then we'll play a 5 minutes documentary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Dr. Sise. We Chief of Staff, the Secretary to Cabinet, PS, Ministry of Public Service and charge of delivery, PS Mohas and Deputy PS Mohas and all the staff from Mohas, and also the CEO of NACA, the Director of Student Affairs, University of the Gambia, the Principal of the Gambia College, students of the University of the Gambia, USAID, Gambia College, and other institutions here present, brothers and sisters from the media. Good evening, and also good evening to all viewers out there. We have the pleasure to be here on behalf of the Gambia government under the leadership of His Excellency President Barrow to share with you our activities on higher education. And we'll look at it based on our different satellite institutions. One is starting with the premier university, the University of the Gambia. As you know, His Excellency President Barrow inaugurated Lot 1 of UTG Farababanta campus that takes care of the School of Business and Public Administration, the School of Arts and Sciences, the School of Education, the School of ITC, and the library, plus other activities out there. Lot 2, God willing, end of next year, we will all go back to Faraba and inaugurate the state-of-the-art structures, the Chancery building that is 7 stories, and the Faculty of Law, the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, and other external works. God willing, next year also you would have, at least would have completed, or work would have started for the students' dormitories through the MRC Holland Foundation and also Brighter Future. This is the rendezvous we have with the University of the Gambia, and also plans are underway to also construct state-of-the-art equipment for the School of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. But remember, when we say construct, we are not just talking about the infrastructure. We are talking about also bringing in state-of-the-art laboratory equipment. Our vision, this government, is to give these youths of this country what they never had before, since independence. This is the reality, and when we tell you we will do it with strong support of cabinet, you will understand that we will do it. We've said it and we did it. And that's the clear message coming from His Excellency President Barrow. And that's what we want to share with the Gambian people and the youths of this country. So, as I said, the Gambia government, when everything is done with the University of Gambia, will not be spending nothing less than, will not be spending anything less than $150 million. For those who did economics and finance, I would ask you to now convert this into dollars to understand the amount of money that the Gambia government is pumping on UTG alone. UTG alone, over $150 million. Do the maths to understand how this government really is taking education as a serious activity. We are also working with the Organization of Southern Cooperation also to have the graces out there at the University of the Gambia so that they will have a regional center, a research center for Africa. They will be planning to have 2, one in Latin America and the other one will be in Africa. And the UTG will house that. That will serve the other countries. The other also plans also to have Gambia Research and Education Network, GAMREN. This is a digital transformation that is transforming the link, supporting the linking of educationists and researchers with their counterparts in other parts of the globe. It supports knowledge transfer and research collaboration involving live data transfer among the collaborators. GAMREN will be connected to the West African REN in Accra and the global REN, establish research and education systems and platforms. When we are done with this, what it means, you will have UTG students going to USET or going to Gambia College. The moment you enter the campus, you can have internet connection without having to ask for authorization to be connected. Automatically, what your password at UTG, the same password you're going to use when you go to Gambia College or USET and so on, and vice versa. Better than that, if you happen to travel outside the Gambia, you go to Oxford, you go to Yale, and they have the same system, you will also have access to their internet without asking for authorization for them to give you password and so on and so forth. So these are the issues that we want to do. I want to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Minister of Petroleum, Energy and Petroleum, Honorable Nani. Welcome. So we also have our other baby, that is USET, and with the transformation of GTTI, Gambia Technical Training Institute, into USET, that has three main components. Remember, for us, there's no longer GTTI. We have USET. It has three components. You have the College of Engineering. That's number one. And College of Engineering offers three main programs for now: mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical and electronics engineering. That's what we offer for now. There will be other engineering programs, computer engineering, chemical engineering, and so on. But for the time being, these are the ones that we offer. And we have, just for that degree program, 193 students, 74% male and 26 female. We need to push that to get more female. The curricula for the three engineering programs have been developed and issued national accreditation by the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority, NACA. That sets of equipment for the three engineering programs and the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Hub have been delivered. That will be installed in Brikama, just behind the Gambia College. So come 15th of November, when everything is done, we will have that. All the equipment, state-of-the-art equipment is available here. And some of them in our neighboring countries, they don't have that. Better late than never. But President Barrow and entire government believes that we need to deliver quality. The Gambians, we also send Gambians for training outside at PhD level in engineering. So some have started coming back. In the meantime, while we send our people out there for training, we also have 18 engineering professors and senior lecturers in engineering on technical assistance from Nigeria. It means the Nigerian government will be the one paying their salaries for 2 years. We just take care of their accommodation and their local transport. For the first time in the history of the Gambia, having that high qualified number of engineers. We have more than what we need now for the engineering program now. So that is what we are doing, and we'll continue doing. So the other one, the second component of USET is the ITT, the Institute for Technical Training. That replaces the former GTTI. And you have the existing campuses. The Canifing campus, which is multi-purpose, will be doing different programs on computer science and auto mechanic, and and welding and fabrication and other stuff. So multi-purpose. And Demban also in Fonyi, multi-purpose. And they are all on, those people in Demban on scholarship. Kanilai, we are done now. It's just on holidays. So when we resume, it will be functional, and also it will be, those who will be there in the provinces around that area also will be on scholarship, fully funded by the Gambia government, skills-based. We are targeting these skills, producing the technicians in this area. So Mansa Conco also, it's functional, multi-purpose. Julangel also campus is multi-purpose. And by the way, all these regional Tibet centers have dormitories. That's also one of the approaches that we have. We also have proposing new campuses in CRR South, Pachar. We're going to have agribusiness. In the coming months, you will see in the papers some announcement in that regard to be able to get contractors and other consultants for the work to start. Funds are available to build that campus there, specialized on agribusiness. And it's just next to the river. It's deliberate action, functional education, hands-on education. So now CRR North, that is around Wasu end, then we're going to have multi-purpose Tibet Center. That one, work has started. You go there, you see the construction going on. So this is what we have also. Then now, around this end in Kombo South, we're going to also have a specialized Tibet Center. This one on fisheries. You see, all these things I'm talking about, we feed ourselves. We want to feed ourselves. The education that we want to have is a functional education to feed ourselves. Then now, whilst we are doing this, we have already sent, using Gambia government money, taxpayer, not from any donors, send our youths to other countries also for training in this area, in agribusiness and also fisheries. Another set will be leaving for Turkey very soon. They have already been identified, accepted by Turkish, one of their technical universities also, to go and read agribusiness and also fisheries, so that we have specialists in these areas. So this is what we have. Then now, the third component of USET is the Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. In other words, what we are saying also is they need to prepare the students to start thinking of how to do business, how to really work towards getting, creating jobs after their training. But we don't want them even to wait until they are trained. They need to start doing that right at the beginning from the school level. And the school should start doing that business, helping them creating and also promoting innovation. So in Pachar and other Tibet centers also, there will be hubs also, innovation hubs. In the campus, the USET campus in Brikama will also have hubs. And so there too, we'll have GTEC. There will be a center for assessment also for all the other Tibet centers, where that one will be done by NACA. So they will, from the private institutions and others, for NACA to test you to ensure that you've met the minimum requirement. Rapidly for the Gambia College, Principal, we go into details into that. Also, you are all aware, Cabinet and also the National Assembly have approved the transformation of Gambia College into University of Education. What does it mean? It means that the School of Agriculture of Gambia College will move to the University of the Gambia School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The Gambia College School of Nursing and School of Public Health will move into the University of the Gambia School of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. Then UTG School of Education will move to Gambia College, and we merge it with the Gambia College School of Education, and they form now the new University of Education, which means that we're going to have one education basket from ECD to PhD so that the programs talk to each other. Better than that, in that new university, we will also be training people, for instance, in ECD, specialists up to degree level. So you do ECD at degree, at BSc, Masters, and even PhD, so that we have a system of containment. Our specialists in ECD will have them in that area. You take me now, even though I'm a professor, you take me to the nursery school to teach them, I'm going to fail. It's very difficult to teach nursery school students. Not because you are a professor that you can teach them. There are certain skills that you need to have. And this we need to preserve, and among other issues. In the meantime, we've identified 10 lecturers. We did it with Gambia College, and in the coming months, we'll send them out also for training to go and read curriculum studies, education planning, guidance and counseling, and other specialized training areas in education. We must be ready for that rendezvous. So, and MRC Holland has renovated the dormitories of the college now, and we are building new story, new story buildings for dormitories. Those of you who know Gambia College, will know that they were having only 2 blocks. For the first time in the history of the Gambia College, the one that existed has been renovated. 2 new ones are being built. It is unprecedented. But we are doing it with MRC Holland Foundation and Brighter Future through partners of the Gambia government. So the European Union also, we are working with them. They will give more scholarships also to the female gender, because there must be that equilibrium also, so that we have them more into the system. The RISE project, we also going to develop the curricula, refurbish classrooms at the college, and also buy laboratory equipment and train staff. So we will use some funds that we have through our new project to do that. The MDI, Management Development Institute, as you are aware, National Assembly, Cabinet, they have all approved for the transformation of MDI into Civil Service University. What does it mean? It means that there is going to offer professional degrees. You can go to University of the Gambia, get your academic degree, sit an entry exam to now go into that. It means also you will be in the civil service and come to this university, Civil Service University, and then also sit that exam, and then if you pass, then you will be able to now have that training. Working with the civil public service later, that will help now to change the rules, and so that at any level, at the different levels within the system, before you move, you must have a certain minimum, a certain professional qualification, so that we have a more professionalized civil service. That's what we intend to have. And then the scholarships. Yeah. So scholarships, we have 2,000 students in the country and outside being sponsored by the Gambia government. In fact, when I say by the Gambia government, I'm trying to just restrict it to Mohas. But if I want to really go into details, stricto sensus, because it means I have to count those sponsored by other government ministries and other government agencies, it will be more than 2,000. But the one sponsored by Mohas alone is over 2,000. Okay? So we have scholarships award in Morocco, India, Turkey, China, and Russia, and are being reorganized to focus on the needs of the country. So you must have noticed now, some of these programs we are targeting STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and also trying to also target TVET. It's a deliberate, yes, those of some of my friends from the social sciences might not be that happy, but as a country, we need to look at our priorities and make the necessary adjustment. So this is the issue. 65% for STEM, the rest for the social sciences. This is the policy. The other thing also is, for the first time, we are coming up, come September, to offer, and you'll see the announcement, 1st of September, announcement to offer scholarship, a special scholarship package for those in Arabic and Islamic institutions in this country. There must be social justice. We have our brothers and sisters in the Islamic institutions here in the Gambia, but our criteria tend to exclude them. So we're going to have a situation where over at least 100 will be supported in this regard. So 1st of September, the call will be out. So those who are in that regard, be ready. So you are all aware that the loan scheme, the Student Revolving Loan Scheme, the Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund, and the Research and Innovation Fund bill are all at the National Assembly after getting support from Cabinet. And the last one is NACA. The CEO will go into details here, which is the technical arm of the ministry and responsible for quality assurance and program and institutional accreditation, and is rolling out the Gambia National Qualification Framework, GNQF, which will ensure there is quality and relevance, create the transition pathways, and establish a robust credit transfer system in the Gambia's education system. NACA has also developed the apprenticeship program focusing on the recognition of prior learning and engagement of master craft person. So the CEO will go into details. Mbokk yi si gàttal rek ci turu President Barrow and Gambia government jàpp nañ ne réew métier moo ko jëmal ci kanam. Réew xam-xam moo ko jëmal ci kanam. Gis nañ ne ndaw yi ñu ngi am ay difficulties pour am liggéey, pour am ay métier. Moo tax nag président Barrow war daf ñu sant ne ñu xalay beneen yoon, not general education, lu ñoo wax general education, ñu indi beneen jàngat boo xam ne dafa may xale yi ñu mun a am métier. Te loolu noonu nag dinañ ko def. By the way, fàtte woon naa wax si anglais sax ne am nañ di under the RISE project bu ñoo wax di Skills Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fund. Si lu yàgga rek lu yàggul rek dinañ start di joxe ndimbal xale yoo xam ne ñu ngi si Tibet Center si foo xam ne foofu la ñuy jàngee métier over 1000 lu dem si benn junni xale dinañ leen jox loo xam ne dina àgga si $400 boo xam ne dañ na nekk ndimbal pour ñoom pour ñu mun a jàng métier dem nekk téelo nekk maçon nekk carpenter nekk électricien and so on and so duñ réew mi du mun a développe bu fekkee ne amuñ ay ndawi Gambe yoo xam ne dañoo toog pour am métier fii nii so ñun fu mu nekk nii léegi jàngale bu ñoo def moo nekk jàngale boo xam ne dafa may xale yi ñu am métier loolu la ñooy def so xam naa suma morom yi dina ñëw ñu gën a yokka si luñ jot a wax nii waaye bugguma suma collègue bi docteur Cissé mu ñëw dóor ma because maa ngi jël time am bi yëpp so xaaral ma tënk ko fii rek ba di leen di gërëm Dr. Cissé for this opportunity, Honorable Dr. Cissé and the entire team for this opportunity, and for us we keep on referring to what Albert Einstein told us, that education is what will remain when everything is no more. That, and referring also to what the American scholar told us also, that education is the road to freedom. We give education to the youth to free themselves, to liberate themselves. Loolu lañ gëm te moo tax nag dinañ président Barrow loolu la ñu wax entire cabinet bi yëpp moo tax da ngay gis ne when you come to this area ñoom ñëpp dañ ko unanimously so moo tax nag si fan yu néew di ngeen gis ne dinañ nekk di jox ndimbal ay ndawi réew ndax ñu mun a jàng si biir Gambie.
jërëjëf professeur Gomez. Sa kaddu yi rafet nañ foog naa fu mu toll nii képp kuy déglu programme dina mën a xam léegi yow si lan ngeen nekk ak si lan ngeen doon yëngu balaa ñoo sori si programme bi dinaa bëgg a Haruna Dramé ñu playal ñu documentary bi.
Welcome to the Gambia, a nation on the rise, investing in the future through education, research, science, and technology. This time, we explore the transformative journey led by the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Sciences, and Technology. Let's delve into the ministry's current implementations and futuristic vision.
The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology is implementing a reform agenda. And this reform is focused on expanding access, and equity. And around this, we have projects with the University of the Gambia, basically the completion of the Faraba Banta project. This is the ministry responsible for human capital formation. With human capital formation, you are looking at competent people in the workforce that would increase productivity. So in the absence of competence, you would not be able to talk about productivity.
Advancing technology and fostering international cooperation are pivotal to the ministry's strategy.
At the level of higher education, we are opening our arms to every Gambian or resident in Gambia who is interested in building their capacities. So our primary objective is to build capacities. Development is a collective approach, and that every individual in this country has a stake in this development. With all these giant policy drives that has been going, we would require the partnership of every Gambian or institution in this country to ensure that the ultimate objective of the National Development Plan, which is very, very clear in terms of what it seeks to achieve.
Aligning education with the labor market, implementing TVET policies, and leveraging international partnerships are key to our educational success.
We work with the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority, NACA. They will work with the industry players. First, we develop the occupational standards. So it's of essence that whatever we do, the relevant players in the market are part of the discourse.
The Gambia College is expanding its horizons with new initiatives and facilities to cater to its growing student population.
Now that the Gambia College is being transformed into a university of education, all the teachers should endeavor to upgrade themselves. The facility is for them.
At USET, innovation meets practicality. New degree programs and state-of-the-art equipment are setting the stage for future entrepreneurs.
We have the mandate to train students to be entrepreneurs instead of graduating and go look for a job which may not exist for them. Or the Gambia is probably not big enough to, to have all those industries that they need. So we train them not to just have a degree, but to have a degree with entrepreneurship skills, so that when they graduate, they have the mindset that they're going to develop businesses.
The University of the Gambia is equipping students with practical skills and opportunities through various initiatives and state-of-the-art facilities.
The university has what we call the Quality First Agenda, which places student experience at its core. To enhance the experiences of our students, we have been able to undertake and implement various initiatives and projects with key partners. Faraba campus, I would refer it to be a game changer for our only first state university. providing the state-of-the-art infrastructure at a time that the university was grappling with limited space. The 4 schools that moved to Faraba campus have had enough space when it comes to classroom space. They have had their own laboratories. They have their own amphitheaters that are wide enough to accommodate students. Also, they have office space for both faculty and administration.
MDI is going to be playing that role, to have hands into those who actually come into the civil service, to be able to train civil servants, all right, and also have hand in those who are going to be promoted in the civil service. So it's going to be completely meritocratic. Basically, this is how MDI can contribute to the reform in the civil service.
Government has put in place policies and programs, all geared towards attaining its predetermined goals and objectives. Each sector has a specific mandate to implement, and all this is geared towards the consolidation, the strengthening, and the enhancement of the developmental aspirations of the country. Now, when programs are put in place for youth development, I will encourage all the youths to take full advantage of these opportunities.
We have a situation in this country, and that is the issue of employability. And as a ministry responsible for skills development, for human capital, we will do our part. We will do everything possible to ensure that these youth, have the right skills to create their own jobs. This might be limited in the beginning, but we have to have faith in the system and ensure that this is done properly. So I call on all the institutions that are implementing this program under the ministry, take this very seriously, because these are our sons and daughters. We leave this office, we go back to our homes, we share the same meals, so that's the Gambia we know.
This is brought to you by the Ministry of Information as part of its public consultation and popularization of the government agenda initiatives.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you for that very interesting and brilliant documentary. Now we'll go on to the next stage. We'll give the mic to the team who is here today with Professor Gomez. 3-4 minutes to introduce themselves and also to explain to Gambians what their mandate is, just briefly, and then we'll now open the floor for Q&A. Thank you. I think you have a mic. Everyone has a mic.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Honorable Minister of Petroleum, the Chief of Staff, Secretary to Cabinet, senior government officials, the press, everybody that's present. I say good evening, and good evening, the viewers. My name is Abu Bakar Jallo. I'm the principal of the Gambia College. As we all know, the Gambia College is the oldest and currently the biggest tertiary education institution in this country with over 9,000 students. We are currently responsible for the training of nurses and midwives at the registered nurse level and the higher national diploma and midwifery. We are also responsible for the training of public health officers at the School of Public Health. We are responsible for the training of agricultural extension workers, both in the field of livestock and crop production. And our main school, which is the School of Education, is responsible for the training of teachers in this country from the early childhood up to the upper basic level. Currently, we are undergoing a transformation process where the Gambia College will transform into the National University of Education, which officially we're told that we will be called the Gambia University of Education. So we will be responsible for training all teachers at all levels. And not only the training of teachers, but the training of educational professionals that would be managing the education sector either as planners, as educational economists, as educational administrators. So our task is virtually, we will be the sole institution that will determine the future of this country, because the future of this country relies on the education of this country. So without us, there will be no quality education. Without quality education, all the other sectors will die. So that is why it is important that during this transformation process, we take our time, train the human resources, equip the institution, so that we will be ready to execute the mandate that we are going to execute very soon as the National University of Education. Thank you. Assalamualaikum mbokk yi maa ngi leen a nuyu ci seen tur ak seen sant di commencé nuyoo bi si Dr Cissé moom honorable mooy nga xam ne nii mooy suñ njaatige fii di dolli nuyoo si suma Minister of Higher Education, beneen ministre fi nekk on petroleum and energy, Secretary to Cabinet, Chief of Staff ak képp ku fi nekk maa ngi leen nuyu di nuyu askan wu ñëwee seetaan tamit di leen wax na man maay Aboubacar Diallo maay principal Gambia College. Gambia College comme nu ngeen ko xamee mooy institution bu nga xam ne nii moo fi njëkka ba pare mooy institution bu nga xam ne ni jamono jii nii moo ëppal lum jël si doomu aadama ñoo xam ne ñu ngi faa jàngee si Gambia bi fii nii. Jamono jii nii ñi ngi am ñeenti school mel ne ñeenti fànn na leen a jàngalee. Benn fànn bi mooy si ñuy féetoo wàllu wér-gu-yaram bi fële di nekk nurses si ak midwives ñu ngeen dee ooy si français sage-femme yi ñun ñoo leen di train pour réew mi. Ba pare tamit ñu borofel yi public health ñun tamit ñoo leen a train. Agricultural extension workers yi mooy ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi liggéey si fànn mbay mi ak yeneen fànn yu nga xam ne ni baaru lay si leen nekk mel ni ñuy yar jur gi. ñi leen ooy veterinary services ñun ñooy train ñooy noonu tamit waaye suñ maxaama bu gën a rëy mooy ñooy train jàngalekati réew mi fii nii ñu ko dalee si ñuy jàngale si jànguwaay bu gën a ndaw ñu wàll leen kindergarten ba upper basic ñun ñooy responsible pour train ñooy noonu. Jamono ji nag ñi ngi nekk si place bu nga xam ne nii ñi ngi wecci nuñ leen doxalee. Nde Gambia College léegi nii dañ fa nekk si jamono ju nga xam ne nii mu ngi war a nekk University of Education. University of Education suñ ko nekkee si leen responsible pour jàngale képp ku nga xam ne jàngalekat la si réew mi fii wala ku nga xam ne nii am na lu nga xam ne nii moom ngaa doxalee pour réew mi jëm kanam si mbiri jàngale. Commencé si ñuy liggéey si Ministry of Education si ak képp ku nga xam ne yaa ngi jàngale even su fekkee ne yaa ngi jàngale si university te fekk amuloo lu war pour nga war a jàngale si university dan na nga war a ñëw si institution boobu noonu pour ñu jàngal la naka nga war a jàngale mu ngi mel ni ñun ñooy jàngalekat yi jërëjëf.
Yéena di jàngalkat yi lu am solo la. Yes, Dr. Yusufa Cissé.
Okay, I know you would say that. Honorable Cissé, alias Toure. The Chief of Staff, the Secretary to Cabinet, other ministers, Honorable Juara, the Honorable Minister of Higher Education, senior government officials here, the press, good evening to you all. I'm Dr. Yusuf Ature, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology. We are here today to face the nation as put across by my minister. This is the ministry responsible for human capital. And under this human capital component, we have the tertiary and higher education, including TVET. We also have science, technology, and innovation. And we have as well research, that is research management, of this country. It's a very big, mandate, but currently we have what we would call an existential, problem. The youth, they need the skills. The country, we need the right caliber of people, to work on most of these projects we have. You've noticed that most of the time we have to have experts, from outside. And as the minister would put it, the money that comes in does not stay in the country, it goes out. So as a ministry, we are running a transformation process to bridge that. How do we create an education system that would empower our youths, especially in the area of Tibet, to come out of these institutions with, the capacity, with the business mind to go and establish their own businesses. That is what we are doing, and we are supported by the state, the World Bank, and other partners to do this. Most of what he said, the funds are already available, and the plans are laid clearly, and there is hope, because what is coming out already, if you interact with some of the students that you said now, they are doing wonderful things. I think it is important we do another, documentary to show to the nation what is happening. This is something we started, and it is going to move this country forward. So basically, unless... Okay, mbal kontona, mbal wularala, molu minnu bijang, ane minnu be njibe kang television of fanato. Nyinno ministry ika fumi higher education, research, science and technology. Wole be malaring karambumbala, be maraling nying londi luka ringol fanala, ning kisikisiro, bunda. Nganying karambumbal minnu soto, nata si nga falindiro coming be londo kuo tamandila nyameng nyimbanko kang bari miyeng ndewu sign wolom na fondinkel ila kuo be nyameng so nata karango sifa do funtindina mi alo nim fondinke dunta classroom kono iba karandika nyameng karandiro nyim fanabe karado min sodola wolom nyindiko ikete karandi nyim minna iba kela no business o ibe business o funtindila no nyin kono nyaadile so that ni jita ite manyana tala lola wandi bundada to kado ko nyini nyante fansun do ko kirela so mbe o sifalle kan karamu jamal fanalo pour ko sifal ken nata ko fanako hani sain ni tata yuset former GTTI idiam do karam to dindingol e bajele ka fem façon min funtindi wol sa tandila ko yes mbe ta ku kan andung watin ding sanying albajele be funtila be fansum business ol tamandila nyim banko kan ibe sula la minna rek wolom inalie do koke alfana aliye lela aliye nying business o dol dila min sati nesi fansum business ol create no so na transformation o be murumurunta nying fanna
barka okumata bake Dr. Drame from the UTG representing the Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information, and we appreciate the invitation. Other honorable ministers here present, senior government officials here present, students from various higher institutions of learning of the Gambia, the media. I am delighted to participate in this important ministerial talk or discussion. As a university, we continue to focus on our core mandate, which is teaching and learning, knowledge production, and research and service to community. Over the years, as a university, we have grown, and currently we have 10 schools. We have 10 schools running 52 undergraduate programs, 46 graduate programs up to PhD level. With the current infrastructure, or with the current advancement when it comes to our infrastructure, that's the Faraba Bantan campus, there is every indication that our programs will continue to grow with much more student population. And of course, we have had support from sister universities, in particular from Nigeria. We have had TAC professors from Nigeria who are supporting our program. And over the years, they have really helped us improve in these areas. We also are working hard on a quality first agenda, which is grounded on 6S. The first, which is core and at the heart of the quality first agenda, is student experience. We also have staff development and welfare space, and with the coming of the Faraba Bantan campus, our space issues have been addressed to a large extent. We have a system for performance management, sustainable financing, and stakeholder engagement to strengthen the link between academia and the industry. Currently, we have over 500 staff, both full-time, adjunct at the university. We also have about 262 administrative staff. So we have really a growing population when it comes to faculty and administration. Thank you.
What you do at the university, please?
Masarahule, so I'll prefer to say it in that language.
We'll appreciate that.
Oda Hasu Tiganaga Mama, Honorable Minister Kunyini, Oda Minister Nitanakizere, Jamake o Hasu Kunyini, O Haralemunchu Kunyini, O Jamanin Kanankin Kunyini, Kenny President Adama Barrow. University of the Gambia ken golnyangananya ha presida ke di igolnyanganunda university ke di mamosri ha watu maremu o Faraba Bantan campus bani ani kebe anat nanti asirenyane angana odo sub region ke compare university ani kebe anat nanti ado infrastructure ikebe ogati nadanga state of the art infrastructure awale muno karangu dino nga kati degree gebe makati PhD degree so kenni sewe nya jamane ke owa stakeholder ninchuti gana owi mamana owa tina khada khana Amerika osuno kitunka fumei ona ke jamane golli odo jamane nya ke tawgana gollita Osu wasewono January.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zise. Honorable ministers here present, Chief of Staff, Secretary to Cabinet, Permanent Secretaries, senior government functionaries, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Momodala Mintaro. I'm the CEO of NACA. I've just been in office barely 3 weeks now. Formerly, I was the registrar at the University of the Gambia. Now, the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority was established in 2015 by an act of parliament. Now, the act empowers NACA as the regulator of all tertiary and higher education institutions in the Gambia, be it private or public. Specifically, NACA is mandated to advise the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on technical issues relating to accreditation and quality assurance. It is also mandated to develop criteria and standards for the establishment, accreditation of institutions. NACA also provides policies and guidelines for the establishment of qualifications, credit accumulation and transfers, amongst other things. Now, when it comes to the establishment of qualifications, there is what we call the National Qualification Framework. What that aims to do is to provide a kind of a seamless transition from one level to the other. say from certificate to diploma, diploma to degree, master's, up to PhD level. And each is in its own category. Now, there is also what we call recognition of prior learning. Recognition of prior learning, we find out that there are people in the informal sector. They've not gone to school, but they are working under master craftsmen. Now, what NACA does is to go out to these master crafts, the people who are working as apprentices, and then they measure, assess their competency level and place them in that appropriate level and issue them with a certificate. So you say, in a sense, they are being recognized, and that enhances their marketability in the job market. So in a nutshell, what NACA does is to ensure compliance amongst all the tertiary and higher education institutions. Because once the standards are set, NACA will ensure that it conducts regular surveillance visits to ensure that there is compliance. And more often than not, you must have seen or read in the newspapers institutions that have been ordered to close down because they have not fulfilled the requirements as prescribed by the regulation. This is important. Otherwise, you will have wishy-washy institutions all over the place, and they will dupe people, and there is no quality in what they offer. So our office, they conduct regular inspections across the length and breadth of the country to ensure that all providers, training providers, they comply with the standards that have been set by NACA.
Thank you very much. Thank you. A local language of your choice.
Well, thank you very much. Li ma doon wax si olof, li ma doon wax léegi-léegi mooy ñun NACA ñun la nguur bi sos pour seet li jàngu kaw yi li ñooy def ndax méngoo na ak loi yi tëral. Bu fekkee ne nag dem nañ def suñ investigation and gis nañ ne daal demut si yoon dañ leen dee arrêté ñu woon leen su ko defee ñu def li loi bi santa. Jërëjëf.
Very much. That was very interesting and very educative. Thank you very much. Now we'll open the floor for Q&A. I'll use my privilege as the host to ask the first set of questions that I've received from overseas. The first question was sent by one Kejao Ture, and I think this question goes to Mohast, and if I may read. What initiatives are Mohast implementing to align higher education curricula with the job market demands in the Gambia? Specifically, how is the ministry addressing the skill gaps, especially in information technology, that contribute to high unemployment rates among graduates? That is the first question. So we'll take 3 questions at a time. The second question is coming from, there is no name, but I think that question is for Mr. Jallo. Why is it that when President Barrow came to power, people started paying Gambia College? That's a question for you from someone. And I think there's another question finally from one Ben Bass. I write to ask, when will certain courses like community policing kickstart at the Gambia College Basse Annex? These are the first 3 sets of questions, after which we'll also give the chance to the audience also ask 3 sets of questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will take the first one from my brother out there, Kejo. It's whatever we are doing now, you look at the reform agenda, the transformation, it's all about how do we bring the industry closer to the institutions, to the universities. And if you look at what is happening in you said, that's a clear example. we are participating in a regional project called Africa Higher Education Centers of Excellence. This is a World Bank project that identifies institutions to build their competencies in what they can do best. The Gambia has been selected to do what we call science and engineering for entrepreneurship. This is our emerging center of excellence. So like I said earlier, if you walk into USET today, you look at what they are doing. In fact, just yesterday, they came into the ministry. They did some presentations. You could see students at that level, developing solar devices or certain automated devices that could even clean your solar on top of your house, without moving up there, yourself. And there are so many such things. As we speak, they have about 13 new ideas that they can easily take to the market with the right funding. They visited the Bakote dome site. They did some review, and they even have some programs around this. So that is the type of education we are trying to bring in. And we have these sector skills councils working with us. When we develop curriculum now, we invite them. They tell us what is required in the job market before the curriculum is finalized.
Thank you very much. The other question, who takes it? I'll come to you with the Gambia College one. There's another one on, both are for you. Okay, please. That's you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. First, I will answer the first question, which asks about the payment of tuition fees at the Gambia College. Why did it start in the era of President Adama Barrow, His Excellency? Actually, the idea of paying tuition fee at the Gambia College came about in 2015 when we were tasked to work on a cabinet paper by the then Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Abubakar Senghor, and the approval at cabinet came in September 2016, and the implementation should have taken effect on the 1st of January 2017. So the architect of the payment of tuition fee did not live to see it happen. And either unfortunately or fortunately for His Excellency Adama Barrow, government is a continuity. And the policies that have been approved by the other government has to continue. And they happen to be responsible for the implementation of that cabinet paper that was approved before they are coming. Then the second one is, why is community policing and security studies not, when will that be offered in Basse? The community policing and security studies that we are offering at the Gambia College is in collaboration with the sister forces in Gambia Police Force, SIS, Immigration, Fire Service, and we do not have the requisite manpower to expand. So most of our staff are coming from the security forces. So we are hosting the program. There are some elements that we take as civilians in that thing, such as strategic management, such as professionalism and ethics. But the security components are taken by senior security officers who are based here. So we are not yet fully mature to have our own human resources that would be able to start the program in Basse. And you must bear also that Basse is relatively new. It started in January 2020. So we just introduced the advanced diploma secondary some 2 years ago. So we are developing the campus, also adding programs as we increase our presence in terms of staffing, in terms of materials at that level. Thank you.
But those who live in Basse and want to do this program can come and do it here in Brikama? Yes. And now that you've renovated and refurbished your dormitories and you are building new ones, then there'll not be an issue for housing.
Yeah, we must also bear in mind that prior to 2020, everybody comes to Birkama as far as most of the trainings are concerned. So it is this government that must be given the credit that they have built the state-of-the-art facility in Basse, and now we are having people who are yearning to be in Basse rather than come to the Combos. And that is also helping in reducing the rural-urban migration, providing the opportunity for the less privileged women who otherwise would not have been allowed to come to the Combos because their husbands, their families are at that place. So they have the opportunity to learn in Basse. So we are committed to developing that campus, and as time goes on, all the programs that we are running in Birkama will also be happening in Basse.
Jërëjëf Mr. Diallo, am na bi nga xam ne wax nga ko fi, am na solo pour ma wax ko si local language si mooy ne policy bi wax ne léegi Gambia College ñi faa jàng dañ war a fay nekku ne nguuri Barrow ñoom ñoo isi policy boobu noonu depuis time Yaya Jammeh September 2016 si la ko cabinet approve te government dafa continuer duy taxaw même su keneen ñëwee sax lu war a am dafa war a am kon foofu loolu war naa leer ne policy boobu noonu ne léegi Gambia ko lañ koo fay depuis time Yaya Jammeh lañ ko dugal waaye nguuri Barrow moo ko ñëw fekka moo ko waroon a implement loolu war naa leer. Now we'll open the floor. Open the floor for Q&A. We'll start with Mr. Esa Jallo, and then the young man at the back, and then one of the ladies. That's first three, then we'll come back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. My name is Isa Jallo, and I work for GRTS. I've heard about TVET. What I did not hear is one of the sectors that also contribute to the GDP of this country, and that is the creative art industry. I've not heard the university offering any courses in that, particularly in television production. I know there is a journalism course at the university, but television production is not there. Film and photography also, I understand it is coming from one of the tertiary institutions. But music production, drama, and things like that, we have not heard of that. And that is one of the areas that is important for youth employment, because when youth undergo these courses, they can employ themselves, and that can also contribute immensely to the GDP of this country.
Thank you. Next, young guy at the back. Name and then
Okay, jërë ngeen jëf, maa ngi tudd Amath Kebe, jóge ko Paradise. Suma laajte bi ñaar la, benn bi dina dem ci naka li ma leen di laaj mooy ndax Arabic University yi nga xam ne nekk neen fii nii dañ leen accrédité because gis neen fi Jaamiatu Ihsan, Jaamiatu Hikma ak Kulliyatul Banaat nekk neen fii nii di offer pour university for Arabic student. Beneen bi mooy scholarship bi pour Arabic student yi gisoo neen yeneen yoo xam ne daf lay jóge ko bitro like Morocco, waaye ñenn ci ñoom dañ nekk di wax ne pour ñu jot scholarship yooyu ñaareel daf lay nekk problème. Beneen bi it dañ nekk di wax ne su ñëwee duñ ko dee jox ñañ ko war a jox dañ ko dee jox yeneen student maanaam English student yi ñenn ñi dañ leen ko dee jox so bëgg naa ñu indi leeral ci wàllu woo noonu.
Jërëjëf am na benn I'll come to you, one of the ladies here.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna Manga from the University of the Gambia School of Education. My question is to the Honorable Minister of Higher Education. I didn't hear him mention anything regarding what linkage did they have with MOPSI for them to have an online education towards the development of TVEC education. As we know, foundation is key in anything that you're doing, but most of these schools that is under MOPSI are not with the right tools in their schools for TVEC education. So what is MOHAS doing to have an online education in order to develop TVEC in the Gambia? Thank you.
Excellent question, Prof. I'd just like to add on one of the questions asked by Esa that came to my mind, the creative industry, sports, music. Yeah, so what are your plans for that? They are very important. So we can answer these three questions, and then we can go to the next set of questions.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and thank you also for the questions. Esa's question is very important. By the way, if you look at the scholarships that we just announced earlier on for Morocco, you will see the third component is exclusive for sports. And nothing less than 5 to 6 people have been identified among those who will be going to Morocco to just read sports administration, sports medicine, sports psychology, and so on and so forth. It's very, very deliberate. We are working in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, because it's one government under the leadership of His Excellency President Barrow. The other issue that we've talked about, the creative industry, as part of the transformation agenda of Gambia College, they will be offering also performing arts and also fine arts, which they are offering, the fine arts, but then at advanced diploma level. But we want to, the fine arts component will go up to degree level. But then currently they're having some programs and music and so on, but we will later upgrade it to degree level also, and having different areas. Creativity is very, very important. A nation without innovation is a dead nation. So we will have to do that. The other thing also is under the University of the Gambia, the School of Journalism and Digital Media, the television component, that production component also will be developed so that either at diploma and degree level, in addition to the journalism program per se. So we will also, it's also one of the programs that we're going to develop at the university, which is very, very important. The other question, yaa ngi laaj ci mbiri ñoo xam ne ñu ngi si madrasa bi léegi ñoo xam ne dañ bugg a da nga bugg ñooñu noonu nan la ñoo def pour ñu boole leen si ñuy dem Morocco and so on. Wax naa ko earlier on, dañ change suñ policy bi. Before Morocco, like other scholarship abroad, anybody dafa dem. Fu mu nekk ni léegi dañ jàppane STEM mu nekk suñ priority. Science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Number 1. Priority number 2, masters and PhD. Number 3, TVET. So xoolee bu baax mooy programme yoo xam ne nekkuñ di ko offer fii nii si Gambia. But programs yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko offer biir Gambia fii nii dañoo support the students fii nii, and some of them ñu jox leen scholarship ñu offer ko fii nii, whether it's madrasa or University of the Gambia. They support everybody, because what was happening is da nga am programme yoo xam ne ñu ngi ko offer fii nii University of the Gambia, then nga send some students abroad, nga war a fay 3 times loo waroon a fay pour benn student University of the Gambia. Gambia amuñ xaalis boobu noonu. Foog ñu waxante dëgg tamit. Waaw moo tax nag deliberately lii mooy suñ policy, moo tax bu ñoo advertise affaire si dañ ko leeral. But dinañ continuer nag di support ñeneen ñi. Programme na yeneen programme yoo xam ne nag yooyu noonu is not restricted. So boo xam ne ñoo ko sponsor. Boobu tamit dinañ ko yoo xam ne restricted ko boobu dinañ ko bàyyi mu dem ku nekk foo jógee beneen programme boobu nga def dinañ la bàyyi. Beneen the question that you asked earlier on regarding the yes, the fairness and so on, it is very, very fair. By the way, it's a national committee for the scholarship. It is important to clarify this. The ministry, the ministry plays the role of secretariat.
No, Prof, I think the question is the alignment with MOPSI in terms of skills training.
Yes, okay, good. Yes, the alignment, we are working, we have what we call the national policy, okay? So we will continue. It is not perfect, but we are still improving to review the curriculum so that the programs talk to each other from ECD to PhD. Now, for your information, currently with the MCC, with the Americans, plans are underway to now support TVET at secondary school level, because that's part of the plan that is going on right now, okay, with the Americans. So once that is done, that's going to build technical senior secondary schools. So we're going to promote at junior secondary and also senior secondary school TVET. That will now help produce two types of students. Those who will graduate from the junior secondary and senior secondary technical, and then now move to our TVET centers at tertiary level at Mohas, or second category of students who will go straight to our engineering programs. You see, this was the plan in the early 80s. Maybe Manga, you were not around in those days, but then during Sadaro's time, when we had what we call junior secondary, that was technical. That was the idea. So that we have people doing the technical stuff, others will go to the high schools in those days. But later, everything was mixed up. You do all theory and all that in the technical. That was not the agenda. President Barrow and the current government is now trying to put things in order. Everything in their order, in their right perspective. So you are right. This is the roadmap, and I'm happy that you've mentioned it. Right. This is where we're heading to.
Thank you very much. I think there is one taro. I'm not gonna lie, Naka. Pour nous so commoner to see all of rek parce que all of la collage.
Hello. Okay, ki don laajte yefi accreditation ni university. Comme ni ma ko waxee si njëlbeen, naka moom dañ ko establish waa pour Arabic University si. Pour réguler mboolem university college si biir dëkk bi, including Arabic colleges yeeg university yi nekk si biir dëkk bi. Fi mu nekk nii colleges yooyu or university Arabic university yooyu jox nañ leen lu ñoo wax institutional accreditation. So li des mooy programme accreditation. So su time bi jotee ñoom dinañ submit seen kayit yi den ñu review ko. Bu fekkee ne sarta yiñ tëral am nañ ko den dinañ accredit seen programmes. Jërëjëf.
Thank you very much. We take 3 more questions. We'll take 1 from Juf and then 2 from 2 ladies. We'll come to you later. We have another set of questions. So.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. maa ngi tudd Modou Lamine Diouf fanaa suma njëlbeeni laaj bi dina dem si naka yaa ngi doon wax si mbiri ñi nga xamante ne dañoo def métier ne am na jéego waaye yaa ngi ko waxoon si nasaraan bëggoon naa pour nga leeral because si media bi tey ñu bari ñoo xamante ne ñoo nekk si technical side bi mooy caméra bi mooy ñu nekk si control room bi jànguñ ko si benn university mun nañoo liggéey si réew mi waaye suñ génnee si bitim réew duñ mun a liggéey because mënuñoo firndeel xam-xam biñ am ban kayit moo ko dooleel yan jéego lañ mun a jël ba naka ràññee leen ne ñii am nañ xam-xam bu wér ñaareel bi am na tey ñu bari ñu nekk si institution si mënuñoo dem si university bi te liggéey nañ mi bi lu weesu fukki at li ko sabab mooy English and maths ñi nga xamante ne tey saaf nañ réew mi si bunte yu bari te maths ak English nekk seen gàllankoor Ministry of Higher Education lan la am pour ñooñu jërëjëf.
Thank you very much. Can I have one in front? I'll come to you. Chief of Staff has a question. Come in front here, please. Here. Then we'll take 2 from the ladies. That's 4 questions, and then we'll now give the chance. We'll have another set of round of questions. We have some time. I know Haruna is...
jërëjëf salaamaaleykum gannaaw bu ma jaajëfalee ministre professeur Pierre Gomes ak docteur Cissé maa ngi rafetlu jéego yu am solo yoo xam ne jël ngeen ko si fànn njàngi kaw gi wala njàngami kawe bi in particular higher education institutions research muy gëstu science ak xarala yi technology but dama bëggoon a ñëw ak yéen si mbiri research moom mooy gëstu gannaaw bu nga gëstoo discover nga something wala gis nga dara wala gisuloo dara waaye bu gannaaw boo gisee dara then da nga am pour develop ko mooy after research then development then the next level would be commercialization si submission yi minister bi wane na ne am nañ support su ñoo def si mbiri scholarships ak entrepreneurship fund but dama xamul ndax am pay nañ attention to in the area of development and commercialization of the research findings ñaareel bi tamit mooy diggante ñaari jàngu yi yu diggi doom bi ak bi si kaw si waxtaani the principal Gambia College wane na ne in terms of quality fuñ jaar ñu invest si ñoom parce que ñoom ñooy jàngale ñoo xam ne ñoom ñooy ñëwaat pour jàngale ñu nekk si ñu féetoo si suuf mu nekk cycle but then the policy seems to suggest ne priority and attention should be focused on the basic because the quality what you will have up there will also depend on the foundation that you build down. Mahamud Betey, you have settled that question in terms of investment. Thank you.
Two more questions from the... Now we'll take two ladies. The lady in pink and the lady right next to her. We'll come to you later at the back. We'll have 4 more questions after this. However, now you have to bear with us.
Yes, good evening to you all. My name is Ludimilda da Silva from University of the Gambia, School of Business and Public Administration. My question goes to our Honorable Minister of Higher Education. I want to ask, what do you have for the students at the School of Business and Public Administration, especially those that are studying human resources and management? You will realize that it is very difficult for us to survive in the job market. You will hold a degree, you apply for a job, and you will be told 5 years experience needed. At least higher education should have a scheme whereby you will attach those students to government officials, especially the HR department, the management department, to build up those students and give them internship to be ready for the job market. Thank you.
It's more suitable for Dr. Drame. I think that's a scheme. But we'll take the final question from the lady right next, and I will come to you at the back.
Good evening, everyone. I am Awa Da Costa, student of the University of the Gambia, School of Arts and Sciences. My first question would go to, I believe, Dr. Cisse. You talked about USET. Is Cisse, I believe? Okay, sorry. You talked about USET, and you said they are coming up with very innovative ideas since you're trying to transition to the university. So my question is, after these innovations have taken place, what is next? Because if they have brought in all these innovations and they are presenting it to the ministry, are there fundings available for them to further these innovations, to market their expertise further to the outside world, not just locally? But also when it comes to the issues of scholarships, how regulated is the giving of scholarships in regards to Mohast? Yes, sorry, last question with regards to visiting the curriculum, because she mentioned something very important about MOPSI. And I believe now the Minister of Higher Education is overseeing the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education. So how are there plans on the way to revise the curriculum from MOPSI going to Mohast? Thank you.
I think those were very loaded questions. I hope you'll remember all these questions. I think we'll start with Dr. Drame. If you can take that question concerning what you have for the students who are at the business, School of Business, particularly those doing HR. They find it difficult to get a job. whether there are internships available. Thank you.
Yes, we have a lot of graduate schemes. Occasionally, we engage partners to support our graduate scheme initiatives to enhance or to ensure that once the student gets to the 4th year, at the verge of completion, they have the opportunity to be deployed to an institution where they serve internship time. And in many cases, the students are absorbed at the end of their internship period. So we have done this since 2020, 2021. I think this initiative, to some extent, was enhanced during that time. A lot of our students had benefited from this opportunity. We have over 7,000 students, so it is quite difficult to guarantee internship opportunity for all the students. But when the opportunities exist, we advertise it widely within the university community. Students apply, and those who succeed in the selection process have opportunities to be deployed to various institutions across the country. We now have the National Youth Service Scheme, who has come forward to partner with the University of the Gambia as part of their mandate to ensure that youth of this country are involved in the employability initiatives and so on. I think this engagement or collaboration with the National Youth Service Scheme through the Ministry of Youth and Sport also saw about 100 or more students in 2023 in various institutions across the country. I must say it is not easy, and this is why it is about time that we improve and enhance the entrepreneurship initiative so that those who cannot be absorbed by the system, have ideas to create, to employ themselves and employ other people. I think this is the way to go now.
Thank you. I think Taru, I'm not going to like that. Mën nga rek fatale ko question bi.
Waaw, kooku lim doon laajte mooy comme ñi nekk in the informal sector am métier naka la leen naka mun a dimbale pour ñu am certificate. Waaw, xam nga loolu waxoon naa ko ci kanam. Ñi nekk in the informal sector ñu ngi liggéey as apprentice naka dañ dee génn pour dem nata seen xam-xam pour seet seen competency level pour détermine loolu suñ ko xamee dañ leen dee jox certificate, ok, certificate bi naka moo ko dee issue den waxaat na affaire yi maths and English pour entry into university. Well, university bi am na lu ñoo wax mature entry for mature students. ñooñu just a minimum of 3 credits rek lañ soxla. 3 credits including either English or mathematics. Ba pare da nga war a am fanweeri at. Ba pare am lu mut, let's say 5 years work experience. So amee loolu boobu dañ la admit as mature student. Jërëjëf.
If you remember Chief of Staff's question, 2 questions, one with investment with Gambia College, the second one with after research what?
So jërëjëf Chief, laajte bi am na solo trop. PS dina si dem in details in English. Waaye just pour wax rek ne loolu tax na be ñu dugal si lu ñoo wax di research and innovation bill. Loolu pour mu nekk sax loi. Loolu Gambia musuñ ko am depuis buñ amee independence in 1965. So léegi loolu daf ñu may ndax ñu mun a promote mbiri research because gestu bi dafa am solo. Doo mun a jël decision te fekk defuloo gestu boo xam ne moom lay soxla. Waaye gestu bi is not just the research aspect of it. Am na leneen yu ñoo ooyee di research infrastructure because bala ngaa ne naam ne fa. So loolu tamit bokk na si loo xam ne loolu dina nguuri Gambia def si dugal xaalis bu bari pour ñu mun a am
that jumtukaay yoo xam ne dina mun a may suñ researchers yi suñ lecturers yi ak suñ students yi ñu mun a operate without any major problem. Gis nga président last time bu mu demoon Ndembaan gis nga machine yu mu fa nekk dafa cher machine yoo xam ne even Nigerian professors yu nekka lii nii foofu ñoom wax nañ ne university yu gaay jógee in Nigeria ñoom amuñ ko waaye Gambia boo xam ne ñun ñu ngee doog a door waaye ñun am nañ ko moo tax nag ma ne better late than never waaye lii bokk na si loo xam ne nguuri Gambia mu ngi si invest waaw.
ci beneen bi nag.
waaw beneen bi si.
Gambia College.
waaw
investment Gambia College.
waaw boobu noonu tamit bokk na si loo xam ne dafa am solo. Education dafa nekk loo xam ne dafa cher dépense bi du lu ndaw. so pour nga am quality boo xam ne moom nga soxla foog nga dugal xaalis bu bari loolu moo tax nag soo gisee transformation bu ñu nekk di def ni nguuri Gambia fu mu nekk nii ñu ngi pare pour dugal xaalis wax naa sànq ne nguuri Gambia dina ñëw dugal xaalis pour start nañ already with our partners pour dugal pour jéem a change di dormitories waaye dañoo ñëw dugal si xaalis also pour support xale yi jigéen yi ndax ñu mun a am more teachers yoo xam ne ñu jigéen lañ booy dépasse la beneen tamit boo xam ne dafa am solo boobu si research bi la mooy di labs equipment bala nga ne yow science teacher nga physics chemistry and so fekk am nga lab bu baax waaye ñëpp xam ne ñee physics biology and so seen lab equipment dafa seer loolu tamit nguuri Gambie dina ñëw dépense loolu noonu boobu beneen investment la boo xam ne dinañ ci dugal waaye loolu yëpp bokk na si loo xam ne dinañ ci diini pour mën a gën a toppatoo affaire si waaye am na benn bala ma rek honorable docteur Cissé ci wax na beneen aspect boo xam ne dafa am solo di commercialisation mooy suñ defee research and so on and so forth loolu tamit naka la ñoo def ba nga xam ne mu mun a génn ñu mun a start di def business tamit loolu moo tax ñu wax jël nañ exemple from USET for instance ñoom ñu ngi am benn place boo xam ne fu noonu dañ dee gis nga kubéeri nawek yii nii si tali yi noonu USET dañ ko dee defar ñu bari dañ dee foog ne yéen yu bari bitim réew la jógee fii la lii nii USET seen boppa dañoo defar yooyu noonu am nañ lii nii place boo xam ne dafaa def loolu noonu waaye nag yooyu bokk na si loo xam ne dinañ jéem a xool naka lañ koo def expandé ba nga xam ne dina mun a respond to the demands loo xam ne moom la nawet soxla loolu leena lu ndaw la waaye luñ bugg a mooy ñoom ñu def more than that ba nga xam ne seen students yi because kenn wax na ko sànqa di internship bu ñoo wax noonu buñ xaar ba xale yi pare ñu doog a ne dañoo dem pour def internship process bi dafa start bu gaay nekkee di jàng waaye institution boobu dafa wane foog nga wane li nga doon so bul xaar bi xale yi pare nga doog ne da nga leen di wax ñu dem def internship bu ñoo jànga na gaay di apply loolu noonu so institution bi dafa wane lum doon so loolu bokk na si loo xam ne ñu ngi ko
am na benn kenn ku laajte about mu ne léegi yaa ngi you are overseeing Ministry of Basic Education ndax di nga pare pour def curriculum reform
waaw boobu noonu taxul nekkul ne ni ñoo overseer rek moo tax ñu lii ni the two ministries just for your info si at bi dañ dee mit ñaari yoon minimum yeneen daf dee rombal loolu waaye minimum ñaari ministres seen directors si permanent secretary ñëpp ministre yëpp dañoo ñëw ñu am ñaari fan boo xam ne dañoo nekk di xool lépp lu ñoo def so how to call it suñ mitee benn ministre yi mooy dépasse meeting boobu noonu beneen meeting bi beneen ministre bi def loolu noonu so dañ dee am meeting pour jéem a xool naka la ñoo xool ba programme si yëpp mun a méngoo clinique moo tax ma wax sànqa si mbiri Tibet ñun dañ gëm ne an loolu bokk na si plan si dañ bugg a dellu si loo xam ne loolu la Gambia government bugga dañ bugg a am high schools yoo xam ne senior secondary school yoo xam ne dañoo jàngale general education nan waaye dañ bugg a am specialized high schools technical high schools lañ bugg a am
waaye nag bëgguñ technical high school boo xam ne dañoo nekk di def other subject like literature boobu dañ koo bàyyi general high schools yi loolu noonu nag loolu mooy mun a respond to produce the numbers ba pare tamit ñu xool di data xam naa looy wax na soo xoolee gis nga soo jógee Banjul ni di dem as if yaa ngay dem boori Basse di moo ngay dem towards Basse nga am number of students ñuy def science ñuy wàññeeku data bi wanee na ko ñun gis nañ ko so loolu nag foog ñu indi solution boori Siaraar dem ba Basse na nga mun a am ay programmes and labs yoo xam ne dina tax students yi mun a jànga loolu mooy mun a am more science students at higher education
am na solo
loolu bokk na si loo xam ne ñu ngi waxtaan suñ mbir waaye dépense bi nag dafa xala cher waaye with development partners dinañ jéem a xool nu ñoo solve the problem.
jërëjëf we take final round of questions. We'll start at the back, then we have one here. After him, after the gentleman, you come to Honorable Minister, then we'll take two more at the back. Yes, go on.
I am Yunus Ambai, the Vice President of the University of the Gambia Students' Union. I am very grateful to see my Honorable Minister answering questions here. Well, my first question goes to the principal of the Gambia College. I graduated from the Gambia College September 4th, 2017. I got appointed under the appointment, disciplinary, and pensionable establishments of the civil service. From there on, I have served as a teacher for over 7 to 8 years. I have faced a lot of difficulties in motivating others to go to the Gambia College recently. One thing that they have mentioned is stipend. There was a stipend that was given to students from underprivileged backgrounds, from underprivileged societies. That stipend, after my graduation, I think I'm the last survivor of the stipend. Yes, when I left the Gambia College, there was no stipend.
The question.
Yes, and my question is in 2 ways. That is, World Bank gave that stipend. I can understand that it was sponsored by the World Bank. No more stipend. What is the Gambia College doing to bring back stipend to the Gambia College? And the second question goes to the Minister of Higher Education. My sister here asked a very relevant question regarding TVET program. My question has to link with that. But going back to our curriculum, you remember during your time, there was payments when you are going to school. Now, the 2016 to 2030 education policy indicates free education from basic education to senior secondary education. There is the motivation. It is not motivating tertiary education. My suggestion is, wouldn't it be better if you provide free education to tertiary education, then let the basic and secondary education pay so that they can be motivated to perform better in order to have the required...
Thank you. Thank you. Can you bring the mic here, please, to the Honorable Minister, and then we'll take two at the back. However, today we'll end at 21:55.
You have 4 minutes, sir.
No, we'll end at 21:55, please.
Thank you, Doctor. Let me also commend Honorable Professor Pear and the team. Thank you, the education sector, for helping to shape our society in a positive way. We are grateful. Just one appeal I want to make. It's not a question as such, but maybe it will be linked and you can have a question out of it. Just to understand whether the ministry would be willing to also intervene in the Arabic schools as well, to have TPEC education there. Because we have a large number of students graduating from those schools annually, and they only come out to ask for positions of being ustaz. The numbers are large, and we also need to intervene in that area. I remember Imam Baba Lee was working with NAWEC as an electrical engineer. I see no reason why our Arabic students cannot also be given that opportunity to have skills of that nature and also contribute positively to our development.
I think the question is clear. We'll give it to the president of the Journalist Students Association.
Where is he?
She's at the back. The lady at the back. I think we'll take two ladies. We've already heard from two gentlemen.
Are you the president?
Yeah, welcome to you. We're going to ask the last question, Mr. President. Yes, all right. Just make your question quick and short and quick.
Okay, thank you so much. So my question goes direct to the Minister of Higher Education. Thank you so much, and maybe the University of the Gambia. I hear you talk a lot about technical and TVET Science Learning Institute in the Gambia, but I think that you forgot the School of Journalism and Digital Media. It's School of Journalism, sorry, and analog media, because digital is already out. So what step and procedures are you doing? Because I always hear we are working towards it. We want to know the when. I graduated in 2018. I'm in my final year with zero technical skills of how do I fit in the labor market. We have schools like Majak and other schools that are doing very well when it comes to technical. How do we also synchronize these two universities together to make sure that students from the School of Journalism and Analog Media graduate with technical skills that they can use
Thank
to
you
help
very
themselves?
much. Thank you. Bring it here forward to the president of the student union. Here, he is sitting in front. I think, unfortunately, time is not on our side. That's going to be the last question. We are almost heading towards 10 to 10.
Where is he?
He's sitting in front here.
Yes, good evening, honorable ministers and all ministers present here. My name is Nyanin Kamanjang, the current president of the University of the Gambia and also the representative of students at the governing council, which is the highest body when it comes to education sector.
Question
So
of this country.